Hey everybody, Jenny here, coming to you with a quick update. I didn't expect it, but I had a student cancel a class, so I'm going to do a quick update and pull out something from the HCG protocol and read it to you today. Before I do that, yesterday was my first day of kind of doing, uh, not doing P3, but I'm in P3, even though I'm not following P3, and I basically just spent the day finishing eating all the bad stuff that's in the house as if I was loading or something like that. It was a not good day and I kind of had a headache. I probably had a headache because I had too many carbs from the day before because coming off the diet, if I do too many carbs too soon, it gives me headaches. That's probably what happened. So then I'm eating other stuff to try to compensate for the headache because the aspirin wasn't working and it just was a mess. I had a headache all through the night, got up and took aspirin during the night, and I woke up this morning and I feel better. So, I feel like I'm ready to go today. I feel like I'm ready to get back on track and I'm excited about it. So here we go. How long am I not going to be in P2? How long before I start back up again? Well, that's what we're going to read about in the next thing. Not that I'll necessarily follow it, but I'm going to read to you what the protocol says. There's a short paragraph in there that is titled Further Courses. And this is what it says. Patients requiring the loss of more than 34 pounds must have a second or even more courses. A second course can be started after an interval of not less than 6 weeks. 6 weeks, that's a long time. Though the pause can be more than 6 weeks. When a third, fourth, or even fifth course is necessary, the interval between the courses should be made progressively longer. Between a second and a third course, 8 weeks should elapse. Between a third and a fourth course, 12 weeks. Between a fourth and a fifth course, 20 weeks. And between a fifth and a sixth course, I'm reading this wrong because that was the end of the sentence. Let's start that sentence over. I apologize. Okay. When a third, fourth, or even fifth course is necessary, the interval between courses should be made progressively longer. Period. End of sentence. Let's continue. Between a second and third course, 8 weeks should elapse. Between a third and fourth course, 12 weeks. Between a fourth and fifth course, 20 weeks. And between a fifth and sixth course, 6 months. Okay, I did read it right. I just got confused at the very end. So, between the fifth and the sixth course, 6 months before you do it again. In this way, it is possible to bring about a weight reduction of 100 pounds and more if required without the least bit of hardship on the patient. In general, men do slightly better than women and often reach a somewhat higher average of daily loss. Very advanced cases do a little better than early ones, but it is a remarkable fact that this difference is only just statistically significant. Okay. Men always lose weight faster than women. It's just there have been a couple times in my life my husband and I have gone on the same diet at the same time and he will lose double what I lose. Yes, he started off heavier than me, but he didn't start off twice my weight. And for him to lose twice what I lose is always just discouraging, and it always comes off quicker and sooner, and it's just, I don't know, probably has something to do with testosterone and other hormones, and then our estrogen preventing us from losing. And I do believe hormones play a significant part of, especially as you age, the difficulty in losing weight and your body wanting to retain more weight. I think it's hormonally driven a lot, which is interesting because this is a hormone based diet. So, yeah. So each time, so the minimum they say is you're supposed to wait 6 weeks. I just don't think I'm going to follow that because 6 weeks starts taking to me to places where there's a lot going on. Now, you run the risk of it one them generally speaking it's just not healthy to lose too much weight too soon, but that's not really happening to me. It kind of did in round one, and it's common. And somebody actually wrote me, and I haven't written them back yet, so I apologize. I can't say the name, but somebody had mentioned that they too always struggle in round two. That like you always do really well in round one, and then round two is like wah, wah, wah. So my round two basically got me to where my weight was at the end of round one, because in between round one and round two, which I just took 4 weeks off, I put on a decent amount of weight. So I basically took it off again. So we're kind of at the same point of where I was at the end of round one, which is down about 18 pounds. Um, so I need to kick it back into gear again. And the craziness of the headache and everything, I never got a chance to call that company, and I'm sure they're not there on weekends. So I'm going to have to wait for a few more days before I call and confirm my address. So it's going to take even longer for the drops to come, but that's okay because I need to be taking this break anyway for my body. The other reason we take the break is what I mentioned in a previous video, and that is that we can develop an immunity to the HCG hormone, and then it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Which means it's probably not going to your fat reserves. It's just taking your normal fat, which is not good. It probably also means that you're going to be hungrier on it, on the diet, and that's not good either. So you want both of those things to be happening when you're on HCG, because that's the point of being on HCG. All right, so there you go. That's all I have for today. I am going to let you know how I do. Trying to think P2 to help me eat as good as I can. And you know what? Quite frankly, I ate up that. I had a huge bowl of turkey taco meat, and I had a huge bowl of shredded chicken cooked in salsa, um, in another bowl, and then I had a little bit of roast beef. I only had that one day because I really, but other people in the house could have eaten that. And then I had a whole bunch of grilled chicken breasts in a container too. All gone. So that's partly also why yesterday was sort of an epic fail, was because like I had the stuffed breadsticks and the pizza and the stuff left over from our 2 days visiting college in the house. Um, and I didn't have any of that other stuff. So looks like today is going to be a cooking day, probably a shopping day first to get what I need, and then cook it up so that I have some go-to protein items that that I enjoy eating and that will help me get back on track. All right. I can't even say that this is the beginning of P3 because I just did so poorly, but that's me sabotaging myself and my diet and my success. Not uncommon. What would be uncommon is if I jump right back on and I start doing really well again. So that's my goal. Here we go. I'm going to make myself check in with you guys tomorrow, even if I don't have time to say much, and just let you know how'd I do. Did I do good? Did I not do good? We'll see how tomorrow goes. You take care. Good luck on your diet. Let me know how your journey's going, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.